President Cyril Ramaphosa signs the Expropriation Bill into law, and this left a lot of South Africans online divided, including the political parties. Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe. Libito la ka ke K. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Well, if you are new, please do make sure to subscribe. Please do like this video, it helps a lot, and I would like to hear your own views on my comment sections. Please do comment down below. Without wasting any more time, let's get into this video. On Thursday, the 23rd of January 2025, President Cyril Ramaphosa made it official and signed the Expropriation Bill into law. This left a lot of people divided online as well as in our communities. Parties such as MK, EFF, as well as the DA rejected this move that was made by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Let's go through the actual statement that the House of the Presidency made about this expropriation, or the statement, if I may say so, that was published from the South African government website. It says, President Cyril Ramaphosa has signed into law the Expropriation Bill, which repeals the pre-democratic Expropriation Act of 1975 and sets out how organs of the state may expropriate land in the public interest for varied reasons. The bill, which has undergone a 5-year process of public consultation and parliamentary deliberation, aligns legislation on expropriation with the Constitution. Section 25 of the Constitution recognizes expropriation as an essential mechanism for the state to acquire someone's property for a public purpose or in the public interest, subject to just and equitable compensation being paid. Up to now, expropriation of property has been governed in terms of Expropriation Act of 1975, which predates the expropriation mechanism provided for in Section 25, subsection 2 of the Constitution. The bill assented to the President Ramaphosa outlines how expropriation can be done and on what basis. This law will assist all organs of the state, local, provincial, and national authorities to expropriate land in the public interest for varied reasons. Local, provincial, and national authorities will use this legislation to expropriate land in the public interest for varied reasons that seeks, among others, to promote inclusivity and access to natural resources. The bill repeals the Expropriation Act and provide a common framework in line with the Constitution to guide the process and procedures to expropriation of property for organs of a state. In terms of this law, an expropriation authority may not expropriate property arbitrarily or for a purpose other than a public purpose or in public interest. Expropriation may not be exercised unless the expropriating authority has without success attempted to reach an agreement with the owner or hold of a right in property for the acquisition thereof on reasonable terms. An expropriation authority is therefore obliged to enter into negotiation with the owner of a property required for such purposes. An expropriating authority must also attempt to reach an agreement on the acquisition of the property before resorting to expropriation, except in circumstances where the right to use the property temporarily is taken on an agent basis in terms of provision in the legislation. The law provides for disputes to be referred for mediation or to appropriate courts. So this is what we know so far. Obviously, there will be fights and squabbles and all of those things before this law is in full swing in South Africa. We all know that we have been singing the expropriation of land. A lot of people have been singing this expropriation of land, just like any other country that was oppressed before, and the land was taken away from them, and people were displaced and all of those things. And obviously, when things changed and they got their independence, the land was taken away, or the government owned the land, and you as a person had to you have to lease the land from the government, or you get the land from the government. And that was what was going on within these years that we have been singing the expropriation of land. And obviously, the parties that are not agreeing to this type of a bill or law that was created by the ANC, obviously, because obviously, even if it was out there for us to comment or do anything, it was designed by the ANC, and it serves them more than it serves anyone else in South Africa. And that is why a lot of these political parties are actually saying, no, we reject all of them. We reject this, we reject that, because it doesn't address the actual things that happened during apartheid, or during the oppression of the people of South Africa, the displacement of those people. So they feel like it doesn't address those injustices in South Africa. That is the reason why there will be a lot of fights, there will be a lot of squabbles until this law is in full swing. And I believe that the ANC is doing this, or they are doing this now, only now, because obviously they lost a lot of votes. They did not get 50% or over 50% during the elections, and they are actually trying to be strategic with whatever they are doing. They've been signing a lot of laws in place, like the Bella Bill and many others that have been signed in South Africa, just to try to actually win the people back. But at this point of time, I feel like they're not going to win anyone back at all. A lot of people are just going to run away from the ANC, whether you are black, whether you are white, Indian, colored, or whoever. I feel like they're still going to run away, because obviously a lot of people are not satisfied at all by the law that is in place right now. As I said, it doesn't address the injustices of the people of South Africa that were displaced during the struggle, right? And it is rightfully so. If you are out there as well and you don't feel like this is serving you, this is not your thing, it doesn't really address your pain or suffering that you have experienced during apartheid, it is your right to actually send your own queries to that details that were given, or you can comment about it. This thing has been super rushed. I feel like the ANC is rushing each and everything. It was super rushed. I understand that it has been a discussion since 5 years ago, but at this point of time now that it is signed, like a quick thing that has happened, it feels like it has been rushed to the point that they are trying by all means to be strategic so that they can get people, they can win people, they can be the great ANC, or taking the ANC back to its former glory, which is it's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen, and a lot of people are not happy. So each and every statement that I get, I will try to post it on my community tabs so that you can read it for yourself. I was gonna read some of the statements, but they are just too long. This video will end up being a very long video, which is not necessary. So each and every one of you, if you'd like to read some of them and you did not see them, I will just share them on my community tabs. And yeah, thank you so much. Let me know what you think about the expropriation. Do you agree with this type of the expropriation of land, or you've got something different in mind? You want the expropriation to be different, to be to be facilitated differently, or you just don't want the expropriation at all? Or what do you think? What is in your mind? Do you think that the ANC is actually trying to be strategic with each and every bill or law that is signed in place in South Africa just because they are trying to gain some points for their political gain? Or they are just doing the right things at this point of time? We don't know. I foresee the GNU shaking. I foresee the GNU boiling, because obviously, as you all know, that the DA doesn't play around. We're going to see a lot of court battles from now on. It's going to be a very interesting year. And I think I did say that it is going to be a very interesting year. It is going to be a very, very interesting year. But anyway, thank you so much for watching till this far. Please do comment down below with your own thoughts, and make sure you like this video. It helps a lot. Please do subscribe. I'll see you on my next upload. Have a fantastic one. Peace out.